Hey everybody, Kat here. It is time for another collab video. This one is brought to you from the fabulous Mel, from Mel's Weight Loss Journey, and also Carrie, the amazing Carrie from Weight Watchers with Carrie. I'm going to have them both listed down below in the description bar. Please go check them out if you haven't already. And also I'm going to be collecting everybody else who is participating, and they're also going to be listed below, so please check them all out. Take a day and just enjoy all of these great ideas. This collab is called What's in My Fridge, and so I'm basically going to show you how it is that I stay on plan, or most of the time stay on plan, and show you what's in my fridge and maybe a little bit of what's in my pantry. So first fridge is in the kitchen. In here, I do have another fridge in the garage, but we're not gonna go out there because it's just basically an extension of what I already have in here. It's just more of the same thing. In the fridge, I'm gonna put my glasses on so I can see. Okay, right offhand, I wanna point out sauces. Sauces are so important. I make my own salsa to add to whatever it is I'm making, and it just kind of like adds 0 point flavor. On that note, I also use kimchi. Kimchi is really good for your digestive system, and this is very, very low points for a nice little portion. It says here, let's see, 1 ounce is 2 tablespoons. It's 10 calories, so I think it's like 1 point. And it is really, if you like a little spiciness, you might want to try a little kimchi. So I use a lot of fresh fruits and veggies, sugar-free preserves whenever I can. That is what I choose to use instead of jelly. I use a ton of non-fat Greek yogurt. I use this to bake with. I use this for making avocado cream, where I'll just take like 2 points of an avocado and then just mash it up with some of this, and I'll put that on top of tacos and whatnot, and it just kind of makes me feel like I'm having sour cream and a lot of avocado. This one's for the kids. I don't use this one because of the sugar. I keep my sugar as low as possible. If you keep your sugars low and your fat low, your points are going to be low as well. I did switch my mayo. I just, I tried the fat-free and the low reduced fat, and it just didn't taste good to me, so I went back to this one, but I use only 1 teaspoon instead of a tablespoon. So I still get the fat taste without having an overabundance of it. Okay, and this is the kind of milk that I use. I use the cashew milk. It's 1 point for 1 cup. I use a lot of egg whites. These are 0 points, and they are 0 fat, right, at the same time. So I use that for a lot of different things. Again, lots of fruits and veggies. This is my choice of Coffee Mate. My creamer, 2 tablespoons for 1 point. It's always good to have a lot of fruit ready to go that you can just grab sitting in here chilling. It's really good. Good fats, I will use avocado, flaxseed meal, chia seeds. Try to stick with natural fats and stay away from the oils and butters and things like that, because then that's just more points, right? I always have some kind of ready-made 0 point soup in here. This is, actually this is not gonna be a 0 point. This is gonna be like 2 or 3 points because it's potatoes. It's a potato and leek soup, but it's 0 fat. And I do have another 0 point soup in here somewhere, but it's kind of a green soup. I don't know where it is right now. These are really, really good. I love the chicken fajitas. This is my favorite brand, John Soul's Food. I love it more than the Tyson. It's more flavorful, I think. And these are all ready to go for salads or sandwiches or tacos or whatever it is that you need. The chicken is just ready to go, and my family can just pull this out at any time. I use a lot of unsweetened applesauce. I bake with this. I do all kinds of stuff with this. Sometimes I just have just like a serving of this, and it's just fiber, and it just, kills that sweet tooth. So those are really good. I always have a lot of those. I have a lot of turkey. I've got turkey sausage here, turkey links here, and then the regular turkey here. And you can do so much with this, make so many different casseroles. And it's just nice to have it in there and ready to be pulled out. Ready to go. Hubby made a lot of, he prepped a lot of drumsticks back there for use in the week. If I'm going to buy cheese, I will buy reduced fat. This is a reduced fat Fiesta blend. I will get one of these per week, and I will put it in tacos or casseroles for my family. Usually, we don't buy the ultra thins anymore because they fall apart too easily, but hubby likes the regular Sargentos, and I will just use a half of it. If I use a half, it'll be 2 or 3 points for that. I will buy the feta crumbles, fat-free crumbles, and I don't use a whole ounce of that. Whenever I use that, I will just use like maybe a teaspoon because it gives you a lot of flavor, and that's still going to be like 0 points. So that's great. Fat-free cream cheese, this is a must to have. You can add this with and roll it up in maybe some lunch meat, ham lunch meat, and just add a pickle to that, and it's going to be like a 0 point snack. So that's really good as well. Another good thing to have is turkey pepperoni. You can make some really quick little low point pizzas, or just have some of this with, you know, a little bit of the cheese or something like that. And there you go, you got a nice snack there. Another thing that's a good staple is the light cheese sticks. These are 1 point for a cheese stick. You can grab one of these and an apple, maybe just a little handful of nuts, or not, because the nuts is going to be higher in points, and you've got a really good snack that's going to save you till dinner. Let's see, I also use the Laughing Cow cheese, and those are 1 point a piece. I have all my pita breads and pre-cooked rice, and my breads down here. Corn tortillas are really important because you could make your own corn chips and keep the fat out of it. Just use the air fryer. I love all the Joseph's Heart Healthy products. These are the pita breads. They're 1 point a piece. I love the lavash bread as well. Those are 1 point for a half. I usually have those, but I'm out right now. Let's see, I do have the Bubba's Skinny Bagels. I always try to buy one of the lower point breads. And here in the door is where I keep my hemp seeds. I add this to my oatmeal in the morning. The pecans, whenever I have like a nut, something like this, I will only have like a tablespoon, and I will chop it up very, very fine, and that adds to it, but I don't have all of the fat. I also keep a lot of low point sauces to add to my sandwiches and wraps and things like that. I love this sugar-free barbecue sauce from G. Hughes. They make a lot of great products. If you take this and you will add it to some spicy brown mustard, you will love the sandwich that you put it on, or the wrap, or whatever it is, and it's 0 points. You can have a ton of it on there and not have any mayonnaise and have 0 points and all that flavor. I will only buy the reduced sugar sodium ketchup or the sugar-free. And then the Bolthouse Farms, they make so many good products. My family loves the ranch, and so I always have plenty of that one. Hubby likes chocolate, the dark chocolate once in a while, so I keep a bag of heavily dark chocolate in here, and he can go and grab a square whenever he wants. I don't drink alcohol, but I do keep it for cooking sometimes, and I'll keep a red one and a white or rosé, and those are just for cooking. Let's look in the freezer really quick and see what we got. Oh, I didn't even show you. So down here, of course, are my crispers, and I keep lots of fruits and veggies. These are the eggs that our chickens lay. I also keep sweet potatoes and regular potatoes already cooked in here, ready to go in case I don't have time to cook them. And again, more fruits and veggies down here, and herbs and things like that. Okay, I also keep hubby's overnight oats in here ready to go as well, so you can just grab one in the morning and go. All right, the freezer, I keep tons of vegetables, lots and lots of vegetables. This is one of my favorites, the pepper and onion blend, because you can just throw this in a crock pot with some lean beef and oh my goodness, maybe some other veggies, and this adds so much flavor, and you have like a fajita beef dish ready to go at the end of the day. It smells so good. Lots of stew veggies, because I do make a lot of soups. Corn, I try to keep a lot of 0 point freestyle veggies ready to go. And so I started finding these stir fry vegetables, which is a nice mix, but notice that there's no syrup or dressing that comes with it. So I just get it where it's just the veggies, and I can add my own flavoring. I do keep a lot of Cool Whip, light Cool Whip, because I like to make little very low point desserts. I buy a lot of berries, but before they go bad, I put them in the freezer and then I keep them in here because the kids like them as a snack, or they're really good for smoothies. So I keep them right in there for that. Down here, I keep my chia seeds in here. They last forever in the freezer. Those are good in there. And of course, I will buy lots and lots of veggies. All right, this is the cupboard that can get people in trouble if we're not careful, and it's the snack cupboard. I purposely moved this to a smaller cupboard so I could only keep so many things in here. So here I have a lot of like fibers and things like that. But what I wanted to point out was that I think everybody should have a favorite protein shake. Readily available. This is like 2 points for one scoop, right? And this one's my favorite. I also like the Vega one, and that it's just something that if you're really hungry and you need something like right now, you need to have something that's chock full of protein that's just going to settle you down, and that's it for me. I do have these protein bars, but I don't usually use those. I use my PB Fit. These are the crackers or the chips that I will use, and I will use these instead of chips. You can get these good thins, the corn thins, about 45 of them is like 3 points. And so if you can find these, it is so worth it. I got these ones at Target and I kind of stocked up on them. They're really worth it. I also will take those and I will stick them in a chopper and I will use those instead of breadcrumbs. So these are the family's crackers. My favorite crackers of all, I do like the Wassa crackers. They're fair. I think they're like 1 or 2 points per cracker. But these are my favorite. You can get 4 of these thin stackers for about 2 points, and they're very filling. They're whole grain. So I love those. I keep sugar-free candies in here, all of my sugar-free jellos and jello puddings in here that I make my pineapple pie with, and also the pie shells that are graham cracker crusts. All right, very quickly, I want to show you the pantry. This is where I keep a lot of my canned goods. As you can see, I love beans, right? So they're very, very helpful. The canned beans are usually pressure cooked, which are better for you. And I usually try to get the reduced sodium ones, but sometimes I don't. I just rinse them really well when I don't have those. I also keep a lot of green beans, and then garbanzo beans, because you can make your own hummus from those. And then I keep all my other canned sweets and fruits and things like that down here, tomatoes and stuff like that. These are really good. They're like, I think that's like 1.4 1/4 cup, and it's just fat-free Heinz home-style gravies, and you can get all different types, and those are really good. And I keep a ton of tuna down there. That's for us, and our chickens like tuna as well. I keep a lot of free-range chicken broth or vegetable broth here, and those are relatively 0 or 1 point per each serving. This is where I keep all my spaghetti, my rice, and my grains, things like that. And I try to do it all from scratch if at all possible. And I also keep, if you can come around here, this is where I kind of keep my oats. These are the oats that the kids like, and I use those for baking sometimes. This is my very favorite cereal in the whole world because I can bake with that, and sometimes I just add a whole bunch of fruit to that in the morning and have that for breakfast. Okay. So, of course, I still have like a pantry that has more rice in it. I've got potatoes and onions and those kinds of things. But that's pretty much the gist of it. So I really try to stay focused on whole foods and keep the sweet treats to a minimum and the processed foods to a minimum. So anyway, that's it, guys. I love you so much. Thank you so much for coming along with me, and I will see you next time.